Just a side note before we get into today's video, I do want to let you know that I did upload all 5 days of the week this week, as I always do on my personal channel. Subboxes have been down, subboxes have been wonky. I've noticed videos on Geek and my main channel not getting published. I actually have a video on Geek that's been publishing since 11 a.m. this morning, this being Thursday, and it probably still will be by the time you're watching it. I uploaded 3 Destiny videos. One of them I'm really proud of. I find it to be actually quite funny, and I did an awesome stuff with audio. And then the other 2 are just informative videos. And then I uploaded a battery review, and as far as Geek goes, we had a couple anime videos, a Yu-Gi-Oh video, and I uploaded a thank you video thanking you all for coming over to Geek after Alex made the announcement on Freedom Central. So if you haven't seen any of those, I'll drop some links in the description below, and just go ahead and peruse my channel and the Geek channel and see if you missed anything, because it seems like a lot of people did. Not just by view numbers, but a lot of people have actually went to the channel and checked it out and be like, why did I never see this? So just wanted to let you all know. Let's get to the video. Hello everybody, my name's Adam or Vox, and welcome back to Forum Friday, the show where I ask you all questions and read your answers and then give my own answer to the question as well. We're going to be making a little bit of changes, at least for this week's episode in Forum Friday, just to change things up a bit. I do hope you all like it, as it'll hopefully flip the interaction back around for a little bit. I am, of course, using my new webcam here. It's a webcam I'm using for review, so of course I need to put it to the test to review it. It is the Logitech C930E business grade 1080p webcam. It's a much wider field of view than my previous one, and I actually have 2 of Logitech's previous top-of-the-line 1080p webcams, and to show you an example of how the other one looks, this is how it looks. It doesn't look awful. I do have a setting kind of weird. The extra noise normally isn't there, but I have some setting on weird that adds the extra like grain and noise to it. It is of course at a different angle, but if anything at this angle, there'd be more light instead of at this angle. But doesn't look anywhere near as good as the new one. The new one's of course bright as can be though. And I don't have any lighting set up. This is literally, I just plopped it on my monitor and ready to go. So yeah, Forum Friday. I did take a break last week. I did take a week off, and I did a kind of pseudo Forum Friday video, just kind of a vlog update really from my cell phone. But I figured I owed y'all an actual Forum Friday for the week before's question. And I do apologize for taking a week off. Allergies have actually just been kicking my butt non-stop all summer so far, and they're certainly not letting up. And between that and working tirelessly just all day every day to get Geek launched. If you don't know what Geek is, it's a new channel devoted to pretty much anything geeky as far as trading cards, comic books, etc. that I'm working with Freedom to launch. We actually just launched last Thursday, and then we had the official Freedom announcement of it yesterday, or Wednesday, so it's been great. We got off to a really good start, and I'm really looking forward to it. So if you're not subscribed and you want to see more of me for whatever reason, go on over there. Alright, so in the last official Forum Friday, I asked y'all what you thought of the beta tag on modern games that seems to really slow down production, or games that basically just stay infinitely suspended in beta. Nate, Con Movie Makers, and new member of a new network besides Game Mode 5, which I'm not going to get into. I look at the beta tag for some games as showing as it's showing that the developers are going to constantly update it, at least for the near future. Vespatine says, I don't really have any strong feelings against games that stay in beta forever. I just think it hurts the game in the long run, and a great example would be Firefall. It's an MMO FPS that got he got a key to it back in 2012, possibly 2011, which is finally getting released on the 29th of July, so just in a few days. That's cool, only I've totally forgot about the game until today. The only reason I remembered is because of the question of the week. I also have a feeling they lost a lot of their players because of their possibly 3-year beta. I actually got into the Firefall beta very long time ago, and I also forgot about the game until recently. And I no longer have interest in it, and that's a point I'm going to get to in just a minute after I read Mr. Rospiden's comment. I feel like I have a weird way of approaching games that stay in beta forever. Google Path of Exile. I don't need to. I know the game. That game was in closed beta for, I believe, 3 years. I did not know that. Then in January 2013, it went to open beta and had a full launch on Steam and the developer's website last October or November. But the game is fantastic. The developers used all the time they allowed themselves during closed beta to tweak and fix problems in the game. The game was made by a small team. This is opposed to something like, say, Destiny. I was one of the lucky few to receive an invite to the alpha, and the beta launches soon, but then in a couple more months the game will be released if everything goes smoothly. But it seems like the game-breaking glitches and oversights are taking a lot longer to be fixed, and I'm not sure if this is because Bungie is a bigger studio and makes me think maybe a slightly longer beta is in order. Sounds bad, but I'd rather pirate a game or not get it at all if it's going to be unplayable. Okay, so although I would say Mr. Rospiden might, I would say he'd be on the right side because of his Path of Exile experience, but a lot of gamers are kind of on the wrong side of the fence just starting out of their perception of beta because they're used to what basically EA calls a beta, which is, I don't know, a demo, a public demo, just a publicity stunt. Most of the Battlefield betas have just been public demos for just showing off the game right before it launches. They have no time to fix anything. Embarrassingly enough for EA and DICE, we usually find a substantial amount of bugs and game-breaking glitches and problems that need to be fixed, except there's no time to fix them because the game's already been printed to disk and being shipped out. However, with Battlefield Hardline, they did the smart thing, and they did a beta month, they announced the release date, and then they immediately turned around and gave us a beta months before the release date, so they could actually take our feedback and make changes into the game. Better yet, they decided, okay, the game's not going to be ready at this point, let's push it back to 2015. Now, for whatever reason, everybody's responding negatively to this, to which I ask, what the hell are you on? Because while EA has made some questionable decisions in my mind, and I understand why some people think negatively of them, you have to be a rational human being. You have to let them win by doing the right thing. So, EA is a terrible company for putting Battlefield 4 out early and when it's not finished and giving us an unfinished game. But EA's also a terrible company for delaying Battlefield Hardline so they could actually give us a ready and well-produced game. Hello? No. Yeah. So they're actually doing the right thing now. But my whole point is a lot of gamers' perceptions of beta are skewed because they just kind of expect the game to have some glitches because we're given an old build and then to be fixed on release. I mean, typically we're to expect games to be fixed on release, but like Destiny, you were given an alpha. That's actually an alpha. That is a game that's nowhere near ready for release as far as from a public side goes. And same thing with the beta. There's some glitches, but it seems like in the beta so far everything's actually going quite well. And they have plenty of time. They have until September to fix a lot of things. And now they're opening it up to everybody so they can stress test it as best as possible. I feel like it goes pretty well. Back to Vespi's comment. I also, same way about Firefall. I heard of it and then forgot about it. And it was the same thing with Warface. As I was actually thinking about the beta tag for is, I tried Warface out forever ago. Then I forgot about it because it was actually more like they were leaning towards calling it G-Face. Then I forgot about it, and then they relaunched the beta on Steam, and here it is now. Still don't like it. Still doesn't feel like a finished or polished or worth playing game. And yet, here it is. Now, as far as Nate's point about beta tag meaning that it's to update your game, I find that really disappointing. A developer should always update their game within the game's life cycle. Obviously, some games, their life cycle just ends and then there's not a whole real reason to keep updating the game outside of to make sure it still runs while technology allows it to run. Like, they still every once in a while will throw out a patch for the older Call of Duties just to make sure people don't get their Xboxes ruined by hacks from it. But know your game's lifespan. when we're talking, at least in our current context, of long-running multiplayer games like Firefall or Destiny or Path of Exile. Those games have a really long life cycle. The developer should be updating along that stance. And then we think about things like Halo 4, where it gets kind of dropped pretty early and then we have to demand support back. To me, an online-based game at least should be constantly updated. If it's a single-player game and you're still working on your game, put it in beta as long as you want. If you're still working on it and updating it, put it in beta. Keep it in beta until you're happy with a release version. And if there's some minor tweaks you need to put out after release, that's fine. But a multiplayer game should always be updated or else it's going to break, in my opinion. So, speaking of betas and things not working or things like that, Destiny beta is going on right now. You have a couple more days left. It is now open to everybody on any console that's created by Microsoft or Sony in the last 7 years. And so Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, or PlayStation 4 players all have access to Destiny. Check it out if you haven't already. I highly recommend it. I cannot recommend it enough. I've been making some videos on it to draw some light attention to it and let you guys know that I'm playing it. However, I don't fully feel that you can grasp how awesome Destiny is without playing it for yourself. And now that it's open to everyone, I cannot recommend enough for everybody to play it, because I didn't want to play it until I played it. It was, I literally, because I had beta access from the second the beta started on my PS3, I put it off until Sunday, the night before it was supposed to go down for maintenance. No, Saturday night, the night before that. And, oh, I did not ever want to put it down. I put, like, so many hours. I maxed out 2 characters from Saturday night till Monday, keeping in mind that I had worked up until 9 p.m. Saturday, and I worked from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Sunday. It was, I love it. I did not want to play it. I did not think I would like it, and I am hooked, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And this may be the last Destiny video you see on my channel for a while, just to see how they do. I don't want to flood you all with Destiny when that's not what my channel is all about. But I wanted to get some footage out there to you all while I have it. So, my question is what you think about Destiny. I really want to know whether you've only watched videos, whether you've played it, whether you've played since the alpha, whether you're just now playing in the beta, whether you're getting it on release or not. Let me know. Comment section below. And otherwise, that's it from me, guys. Again, please go check me out on Geek. Do us a huge favor and hit that +1+1+1 on Google Plus, as it helps us out a ton. And if you're watching this on Geek, because I just realized that may be a possibility, thank you very much for watching on Geek. Because I'm thinking I'm moving it over to Geek. So if you're watching on Geek, thank you so much again, guys. I don't know if you saw my thank you video, but I did upload a thank you video. However, that was literally more than 12 hours ago, and YouTube still says it's publishing, even though I've published a video since then and it's gone live. I will link it in the description below. So I guess if you're not watching on Geek, go ahead and check out my other channel, my personal channel, if you would like to see more videos, again, from me or gameplay related. And yeah, check out my Patreon, check out our Twitter, like both Geek and I on Google Plus, and thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoy. I'm looking forward to hearing about your comments below on both videos, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Crime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will grow weaker. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always do.
Thanks for watching Epos and Chew. Let's play together. If you enjoyed the video, consider clicking on the screen to subscribe now. To watch another video, click one of the video annotations on the screen above. Links are also provided to our website, Twitter, and Facebook pages. See you next time.